Welcome back. We've got our NRLW, the Players View, and we have a special guest today. Two special guests. Taz is very ill at the moment, so wishing you prayers and good wishes, well wishes. But we've got Shan here with us. Haven't seen you in a little while.
Yep.
How are you?
Just getting slimmer by the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. No, it's just been pregnant and getting bigger.
Yeah, perfect. How obviously you're out this season with pregnancy. I guess how have you been dealing with the pregnancy, and has there been any hurdles, being pregnant and I guess contracted at the same time? Has it been, I guess, how have you managed it all?
Yeah, I'm just trying to navigate my way through the changes, but I'm not going to lie, it's been really hard. It's been mentally tough for myself, and obviously learned a lot of lessons throughout the way, and that I know throughout the rest of my pregnancy is just going to be more lessons and more obstacles and more hurdles, but I'm just trying to take one thing at a time and not be so stressed about the things that I can't control. And that's where I just shine light to the RLPA. Like, they put things in places for us so that we can be less stressed and that we can, I guess, just normalize being pregnant, especially in sports where it's male dominant. We have a group that we're going to, continue to build, I guess, research around pregnancy, because that's not spoken enough about. And yeah, I'm just in a position where obviously the women's game is growing as well. And so more females are starting to get pregnant. And I'm glad that I'm in a spot to, I guess, share my experience and my knowledge throughout this, and just send back feedback and just make it a more positive environment for females to get pregnant. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess an opportunity, or it is a sort of new stepping stone in the women's game, or in regards to being pregnant and what the RPA put in place. But I guess a big thing would probably be to recognize that, to make sure clubs are treating the players the same. I mean, winning Nelly Doherty's and winning props of the year, and running 200 meters a game as they do when you're obviously about to give birth.
Yeah.
And making sure that clubs are staying consistent and supportive, across the board. There's I can't even count how many girls are pregnant this year. What is it, like 6 or 7 girls pregnant this year, coming back from babies? So making sure that the clubs, keep the same energy and keep that person first, player second mentality, I guess.
It's this sort of
our journey.
Yeah. It's a hard thing to navigate through, because you love the sport and, you have a lot of doubts and people thinking that they know what's best for you, and just trying to normalize that we're humans at the end of the day. And yeah, sure, I've had a great career so far, and just hoping that I get treated the same while I'm being pregnant. And I can't speak for the rest of the girls that are pregnant at the moment, but I know that I find it hard. I guess I've enjoyed having my break. I'm not going to lie. I think I enjoy it because I know that I'm not retired and I get to return. But it is scary to think that they have a different perspective of you, and they always think that once you become a mum, that's it for you, and that's not it for me. And I think we're always consistently writing a new story just in female sports, and I want it to be known and spoken about that it's okay. I feel like we have to just be like hide it, or they think we're a bit dramatic because we're pregnant and we use our pregnancy, to be honest. And I've had a lot of anxiety and depression throughout this. But then I realized I want to show up for myself, for my kid. And when my kid comes into this world, I want to know that they can have courage. And I think for myself, just even my body changing, to know that I'm still beautiful, and that I'm definitely a representation of how I want my kids to be. So that's kind of taken me out of the storm of being, I guess, on the low side. But I'm not on this journey alone. So I'm glad that there's mothers that's come before me in this game, and they had nothing put in place. So we are a step ahead, but I do know that we're still got a long way to go within the sport and majority of the sports, just in general.
Yeah, for sure. I think you would do just fine. I said it on Hand, Blood and Bone. I don't like a bit of beef on Friday. Up front. smaller minutes but effective. Come back, and then by end of year you'll be fine again, no doubt. So let's get into our first Magic round. What a spectacle! Obviously the rain, and we'll get on that, but Jesus, out of all weeks or weekends for it to be torrential, not just torrential, thunderstorms. There was 2 stoppages in play.
Yeah.
In the Roosters game, Roosters Tigers, and then also in the Bronx Sharks game. There was a first draw in NRLW history, Titans Dogs, which was good for both teams, I think, because it was a really hard grinding game. And recorded 11,000 attendees across the weekend. So I'm sure the rain, had it been a different circumstance, there would have been more, but still 11,000 across the weekend, pretty evenly split across Saturday, Sunday. You know, it's a great turnout for the first Magic round, and I'm sure it's just going to continue to build. You're seeing the players were gloating over the fans, you know, they were how happy they were that they came out as well.
Yeah, it was so exciting. I loved the socials that was getting spread across, you know, all the socials of the information about the Magic round. I think that was an improvement, you know, out of like, you know, Origin and looking at the round games. I feel like they made an effort to make sure that everyone knew about the first ever Magic round. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, credit to the girls for playing into those conditions. Yeah, it was really bad. I don't know. Can we ever postpone those kind of matches? Because
it was like 1970s, like the middle of the field was actual mud pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. The girls still showed up. It was still amazing to watch. I mean, I don't know how they did it, but they all showed up for each other, and the fans also came out too, which is really awesome.
Yeah, 100%. I'm BP.
I'm really beeping here. Let's just turn this off.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So it's still touching base on it. So obviously being the first Magic round, there was also a first NRLW Combine. What was your thoughts about the Combine?
Well, Sienna went to that. My sister got selected to go down. Basically the way that, or I'm aware they done it, was that one person, or every B&D, so I'm guessing every Harvey Norman team would have as well, put forward one person. I think it was under the age of 25. They did some testing, basically put them forward to go down to this NRLW Combine. And then 10 girls got selected out of it. Well, there's 12 teams, I think. So 10 girls got selected. Then like GEMS, like the First Nations program, they selected maybe like 6 girls or 6 to 8 girls. Fiji brought over 6 girls. PNG. Yeah, so that was sort of the makeup of it. They made 4 teams and they competed in, I think it was 25-minute games across 2 days. They did some testing on the first day, I'm pretty sure it was. But then, yeah, played games, across Friday, Saturday. And, yeah, watching it, I'm sure it would have been a great experience for the players because, it obviously is emerging talent, but it was also a bit confusing to me because there was girls in there that have played NRLW before.
Yes.
There is girls in there who are in academy programs, so they're already being cited. So I don't really see that as like emerging. And then there was also girls in there that if that is the NRLW emerging program, they just respectfully, they're not that like, they're running out like off the top, like just like things that I had just wouldn't even. For me, I've watched local A grade at in Queensland, and some of the games were like lesser quality than that. So I know that at the moment they're out, and there's like NRL have a release press. You know, like the NRLW coaches are hailing the combine, and obviously I don't know who's writing these. Stuff they're doing they're writing their own press at the moment, but yeah, I don't think. I don't know how much money got put into it, but I personally didn't really see a benefit in it. I think if NRLW clubs do need to be filling, then they should just be watching Q Cup and New South Wales Cup like they are. And they have their feeder clubs, and, you know, it's really not hard to get on Bar TV or to get on Q Plus and watch those games. So I'm not really sure. I know from a player's point of view, it would have been a great experience for all of them. But yeah, from an actual NRLW Combine, if that's what you're calling it, I personally just don't think the quality was there.
Yeah, just on that, what is the process out of that? So they had the NRLW Combine, and then what follows after that? Because we're in NRLW season right now, and then, like, is it placed at the right moment? Because normally you'll do that in the preseason. What did you think? Or
Well, that's when
or before? Yeah, I was going to say, like, what is the process after it? So you had the NRLW Combine, and that's to select for the future for the NRLW squads. Let's say they come to the end of this year, next year, that's when you can start doing contracts again.
November 3rd.
So are they selecting from that combine to fill in the extra spots or put them in the academy? Like what's the...
I'm not really sure because that's what I'm a bit confused about because they need to fill spots. BND and Harvey Norman are playing week to week. What's like you can just pick directly from that and watch your girl play. If you're looking for a fullback, perfect example was like Sienna has been playing in the halves, but obviously plays center as well. Or like an outside back, and then she like comes off the bench. She ended up getting injured, but like came off the bench into center, into a team that hasn't played together. Like she's not getting any good ball. Like she's not doing anything.
So like it's just one of those one-off that you pick and then maybe keep them in mind and be lucky.
Like, I know girls there that definitely, like, I really like some of the girls. Zoe Cook,
just a borderline
example of she plays for two Clyde Sales, and I think she has really good potential to go on and play NRLW. The likes of Kailani Tavita, who plays at South at the moment.
Sarita.
Yeah, so like the girls there,
they're borderline.
Yeah, that was it was worthwhile for, but like, yeah, there was a lot that I just think you can just watch BND and for the money that goes into it. I feel like you could put that money somewhere else.
Yeah, so obviously Nationals being canned this year.
Yeah.
What did you think of the quality?
I see for Nationals, because this is the thing. I like the Nationals format. I personally think one, obviously Don's is gone, so I'm not sure. This is obviously
what are the pathways?
Well, I don't know. This is, year one of Donza being gone, but for me, Queensland and New South Wales like have their own pathway. I feel like for the as in, you're always seeing at those tournaments that the end result would be Queensland and New South Wales. I still think that there should be a Nationals program that Western Australia, South Australia, Victoria, Northern Territory, PNG, ADF, and Fiji should be able to compete at. Julie Robinson, one of the best players in our game, got selected from ADF. Where do they go now? There's no opportunity.
I was going to say,
you look at the Fijian girls, like rather than just bringing 6 girls across, like to be able to actually bring a full team across. And the New Zealand girls came across last year as well. They did great. They did amazing. They also got cited, and there was girls signed from that too. So I feel like, and same with Northern Territory, there was girls picked from Northern Territory that ended up in the Fijian Bully Cooler side, that ended up in New South Wales Harvey Norman program. So I think that like the Nationals or whatever needs to be ran for those developing programs, and First Nations have left out of that as well. That was a really good opportunity for them. That needs to be its own competition, and then whether you go back to like a city country thing, as for Queensland and New South Wales, or whether you do like a joint city country competition as a representative way to BMD to, I guess then that realistically should be the talent pool for NRLW, because realistically the best players or girls going into NRLW at the moment and succeeding are the ones that have come through Queensland and New South Wales pathways or have come professionally from another sport. So that's what I think.
I was going to say it just still allows for rugby league to grow in the areas out in Northern Territory, Perth, New Zealand, everywhere. And if you go down to the NRLW Combine, it's so limited and you can't fill a team. If you're only selecting 6 players, you're not seeing the variety of the girls that are talented out there.
No, I'm not so bored. They're going to come in if there's one player for friggin',
And not everyone can afford to travel. You're kind of limiting the space, or you have to come to Queensland or you have to go to New South Wales to get an opportunity. But
I don't know. I'm not. I mean, maybe
a lot of work,
but I also did get. I did talk to people and feedback from, like management staff from clubs, like administrators, and they were a bit like it's a bit underwhelming as well. So yeah, great for the players, I think. By the sounds of it, the players had a good time and it was a great experience for those emerging players. But I think from actual logistics side, spending money and calling it an NRLW Combine, yeah, I think you can call it something else if you're going to run it, because I didn't see, yeah, I think you could. Well, you could have the same girls that got picked at the NRLW Combine. Realistically, coaches and recruitment should be watching BMD and New South Wales Cup, and those same girls will stand out anyways. So
Yeah.
just save, I don't even know how many thousand, but yeah.
Yeah.
Or they're flying everyone in and paying for everyone's accommodation, put money also.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's dive in. So Dogs, Titans, Taylor Preston, 2 40-20s. One of them 40-10.
40,
like genuine 40-20s. Like not 40-30s. Obviously that's what they are in the women's game, but
Yeah.
2 40-20s, one converts into a McGregor try.
Yeah, no, honestly, very impressive from Taylor. I think that's her strength and she stuck at it. The conditions, obviously, everyone has a play in it and you're going to have errors and you're going to have turnovers and whatnot. But I think she really capitalized on her strengths, and obviously her hitting one of the 40-20s, 40-10, whatever it was. It put her in a position where this team got to score a try off that at the back of that, and then tied up with the Titans and became the first ever draw for the Magic Round.
Yeah.
But no, it says a lot. I think obviously at the back of that she had two players that weren't picked.
Yeah.
In this side, Bulldogs are known for having a strength through the middle. Alexis was pulled out last minute due to hamstring, I believe. And so, their middles is always their strength. And for that to change and for Taylor to really step up and use her kicking game to get them out of trouble was quite impressive. So, yeah, she would be my player of that game.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously you touched on the two missing players being Holly Wheeler and Tegan Dimmick, who they're obviously more experienced players within that bunch. Holly doing a job, has done a job every week, but we seen they did when I first seen, I thought, are they injured? But they did go to play Harvey Norman, so they were dropped. Now for both of them to be dropped, and seeming that both of them are close, to me, from the outside looking in, I would assume that it had something to do with the reaction maybe to the losses, or like what happened in the week before in that loss to the Roosters game, in that game. And I think I'm happy for the Dogs that they got the draw and they didn't lose, because especially obviously Brayden has dropped, two of his senior players, then lost Alexis leading into the game. So backs are against the wall, but I'm happy for them that they, stuck it out and showed it doesn't really matter who is in the team. It's next up mentality, obviously, for the Dogs. But I think that's huge raps on their coach, because to drop players such as, Holly and Tegan for the sake, I'm guessing, of team culture or I guess he wasn't happy with the way that they reacted, is a huge testament to what they're building there. And everyone has commented on the Dogs and how connected that they look, and how surprised really that we are of their results. Like it's I like it. Obviously it's not great to be dropped, but I like the stance, and obviously Brayden isn't just talking the talk, he's walking the walk and means what he says. So
yeah, I think that just gives players a perspective to always work hard. No jersey is ever guaranteed, and you've got to put your best foot forward. And I think he just gives the trust in every player in his squad that can do the job.
Yeah.
Because there was a few injuries throughout the games as well. Concussions. Lily getting injured on the wing.
Yeah.
For Titans.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of chop and changes for both sides. But it was a really good first head out of Magic Round.
Yeah, it was a great way to start. Like, our first ever draw. I thought it deserved a draw at the end. Like the longer went on, I was like, I don't want. I backed the Titans. I thought, the Titans would get over them, without Holly and Tegan. But I was happy for both teams in the end. Like with the injuries, with everything, that I think that game actually deserved a draw. So I was happy with that. What about Shannon Muru's hit on Georgia Gray? That had to be hit of the week.
Yeah.
And there were some good ones this week.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, there was. I think she had a concussion in the first half.
Yeah.
And so she was
Played fullback.
yes, yeah, Dale. Yeah. I've had a couple of friends who've done that. It's so funny. But I think coming off the back of that and then not knowing at the time what she has done and then getting sent off, you could tell that she was so disappointed. And then her coming back on and doing that, I think she had so much fire in her belly. And but she's naturally aggressive. She's a skillful player.
Yeah. A lot of her teammates obviously rate her because I said when Watch Her Footy posted like who's one of the most underrated players. A lot of her teammates were in there writing like tagging her. So it's cool to think that she's obviously won a job off the bench and behind a strong dogs pack, but just goes to show we're given the opportunity. She's she's also a leader in her own right, aggressive wise.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people sharing her hair.
Yeah.
And they're like, about time, cousin. But like, there she is.
Yeah.
Like, it was cool that she was able to showcase that.
Yeah.
At Magic Round.
Yeah, for sure. Roosters Tigers. Izzy Kelly is just wow. Yeah, she's
All class.
all class from the skip. Another double. But the try from Nasio. So just get that up here.
Yeah, just on Nasio, obviously a lot of the players have said this is the name to watch out for.
Yeah.
She was in and out of the side for Roosters last year. Obviously, they have a stacked team, but for her to be able to come into the team and showcase what she's got is huge. And she's just making a name for herself every game that I've seen her. She's strong, she's aggressive, she's got ball skills, she can defend like hell.
Well, you see her and Amber Hall at the moment. We talked about that last week. Like, rotating at second row, like, that's just unfair.
I mean, it's smart. It works.
100%. No, 100%.
I was like, I love
half. Yeah. You've got like, you're defending Nasio, obviously not amazingly because she's scoring and setting up tries for fun, but like
they're quite similar.
And then Holly comes on.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, damn.
Yeah. I like that because second rowers are not known to sub.
No.
And stuff like that. But I think he's got a bigger purpose for the team. He's just like, I can smash these minutes out of Amber.
Yeah.
And then I can bring out the
runner in the middle.
Yeah. But she's a smart player. Yeah. She's a waste in the middle. Yeah. Like she can identify getting at the half and isolating them and then creating a try or trying herself.
Oh, jeez. But that like Nasio obviously was a set play. The Izzy Kelly try where it's like goes Liv Koenig. They played it like right post. It's like Liv Koenig out the back to Taz. Taz just sort of hits like an early, short ball to Nasio, and then Nasio just like
she's like hits
a chucker out on the back. It's just like it's like clockwork, really, to watch. Like
I mean, but think of the names. You've got Koenig, you got Taz, but it's also that's what I said.
Taz's return, just slots in,
and they did. They should think of that too. Yeah, I think they just got a nice mellow consistency that they've got throughout the whole pack.
Yeah,
we've had Corbs go to the fullback. I think you mentioned that.
Well, they did a shuffle. They did.
Yeah,
they did a shuffle back.
Full 360.
Yeah.
And so
it just shows they're right in their squad.
Yes.
And what they're able to do under John.
It's scary to think that
I don't think they get beaten I think they go through to finals. They get minor premiers. They're in the grand final 100%. I feel like at the moment it's like Roosters, Broncos, and then everyone else.
Yeah.
Is what
I think that's set the standard.
Knights are sort of chipping away, but it's literally Broncos have been really the only ones to be able to match it with Roosters. And although he got out to a big lead, I feel like that was a lot of the Broncos' fault. Like obviously Roosters' presence, but yeah, I mean, and then still I spoke about it with her. Like you still got to add Taryn Aiken. Like she didn't play in that Broncos game. So
yeah, I would say it'll come down to like recruitment. They've still got the same team, just a little few add-ins with both Roosters and Broncos. So they do have similarities when it comes to they can actually
continuity.
Yeah, they can actually change positions and trust people to do that. You've got Jasmine Strange in second row coming from the back, and then in the Broncos side you've got the wingers coming into the middle to play flat and fast.
Yeah.
It's just awesome to see. But I love that those two teams hold a standard for the rest of the girls to come at. And it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing to say that Roosters will go untouched throughout the whole season. I just think that if people want to win, they have to reach those standards as a team.
Yeah.
And then just like trusting each other to do it. And then the coaches obviously backing their team to do the job and allowing that.
Yeah.
But it's hard when you've got injuries that take place and you've got to make a lot of chopping changes. But I guess, the recruitment of the Roosters and Broncos, they have the same people in there. And so if they're injured, they've got the same people to come off like outside, working hard to come in and fill those spots.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just like people can talk about how stacked the Roosters are, but like, look how they got there. Like, I know Jocelyn Kelleher, for instance, is from the Central Coast area. So, obviously Central Coast Roosters, but like Knights, she's within that area as well. She would obviously grew up, I think she came Oztag background in that area. So you had to have sort of eyes on her roughly. Taryn Aiken's from Queensland. Tavana Papali is from Queensland. Like, and then you've got all these young girls coming through. Like, yes, you've got your Liv Koenig. Yes, you've got Izzy and Jess and Corbs who have been there, which is a huge, spine to have. But you look at a few teams now and they have that as well. Yeah, it's like, you can look at Tited and say the same thing. You can look at Eels and say the same thing. Like, they've got key representative players, but it's just about bridging the gap between your new and making sure that you filter the girls through.
Yeah, filter
Don't
girls. Yeah,
through, let them come through and blossom, at their own pace rather than throwing them in the deep end, letting them drown for a couple of years and then hoping that they find their feet kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think Roosters and Broncos do it the best.
Just on that, I'm pretty sure when Liv first came in, she was on a development, and then she had to earn her spot there, and now like taking the time on her to develop her as a player.
Yeah.
And then when she was ready, it was up to her.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Now look at her.
Yeah.
Sharks, Broncos. Now I'm going to start with the Sharks injury list. We'll go through injury list obviously when we look to preview. We're going to touch on that, but the Sharks injury list going into this game, and in this game they did lose their captain Tiana. Caitlin is due back round 9. Philomena Hanisi, I know that is exciting, out. Rhiannon Byers out with a pec. Brooke Anderson, head knock to be confirmed. That was a bad one, category 1. Steph Faulkner, same category head knock last week. Anessa Biddle, Emma Verran got ruled out. Not sure when she's going to be back. Jada Taylor is supposed to be returning this week. That would be a huge inclusion. And Jada Ketufua is suspended to round 7. So when you look at those, that group of girls, like all of them
have a key role.
Well, all of them were in, would be in their starting side.
Yeah.
I think Jadica was, sort of in and around, but and maybe Stephanie Faulkner. But for the most part, that's all starting players from their team. So 7 players from their starting team is a heavy load to lose, especially coming up against the Broncos. Like Brooke Anderson, and we've said it when she got injured last week, what a loss she is in the middle for the Sharkies. But to have lost Brooke and Emma, it's just a real hit to come up against the Broncos when you've got the likes of, Jada, Tamika, controlling the backs and forwards to then come up against. And I mean, they did the best they could, but yeah, it's really hard to come up against the Broncos.
And Tiana getting out as well. And it's strong on the edges. So you've got both of your edges, the strongest back runners out. I agree with Brooke Anderson. I think she really controls the middle and gives some variety of options for their go forward.
Yeah.
Also in defense as well.
Oh, she's so tough. She reminds me of Littles.
Yeah. And then just having Emma Vera and just completing the backs out there at the back. And then just playing both sides really.
Yeah.
That's huge in terms of experience when it comes to the game. So yeah, you could tell that had a massive effect in that round game against the Broncos, because Broncos, it's not a team that you can take lightly or start slow or start catching up. Although the Sharks did start to catch up. The only point difference was because of their kicking.
Yeah.
The goal kicking.
Yeah.
I can't take that away again, the weather. And Shantae is a really good kicker as well. But I just think it just shows, I think, the depth and a lot of the teams as well. So when you have your, experienced players that are not playing.
It's so hard with small.
Yeah, it's really, it is. It's really hard to get everyone to lift and then kind of like gel as one, especially again in the weather. But again, you can't even say the weather because then the Broncos come out and
you look at the men's game. It's exactly like look at South Sydney. Like they've got pretty much a New South Wales Cup side. Like it's just unfortunately, and we'll touch on it. Broncos and Roosters have some of the smallest injury clinics at the moment. Yeah. On top of the fact that they're who they are. So yeah, it's really tough, but it is what it is. It's all part of the game, unfortunately. It can be a cruel game.
Yeah. Well, my player of the game would have to be Tamika.
Yeah.
She's crazy. I think she performs week in, week out. We know what she can do. I just think I've never seen someone have that pace and that speed in those conditions.
Oh, that's the black fella in her.
No, but when I seen that, I was like, how? I don't know anyone that likes the line more than she does. It's crazy. But even just saying like when Bronco seems to be in a really hard spot, it's like she gets really motivated.
Oh, she comes instead of started. You've seen it in that Dragons game last week, like when they just couldn't break the defense. Like she's sweeping short, she's sweeping, like she's looking to create, opportunities.
But she can do that all game, and that's the dangerous thing about it. And then the connection with her and Robbo, and
Skinny,
Skinny. Just with anyone, just like Gail, even linking up with Meeks, even Meeks linking up with Miller. She's got like the whole back line on both sides. She's got a connection to all of them and she brings out the best in all of them.
Yeah.
So even if it's an early ball or a kick through, when she does her little kick throughs, it's just so annoying that she can do everything. She's elusive, but I think she'll be my player of the round. I think she's just all class, very humble.
Yeah. Definitely player of the round.
She scored the try. She's like, come on, guys.
Well, that first try was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, literally, one marker, Jada gets out and then just gives to Meeks. And she's just, like, weaving.
I think the best thing that Meeks does is she's always supporting the play, whether it's in the middle or the edge. She's just hovering around. And if you see from her previous games, she has done that. And then just waiting for an offline.
If there's someone that, like, you don't want her coming at you with a connected line, let alone broken.
Yeah.
Like, you give her an inch and she'll run 40 to the try line and score.
Yeah.
She's so class. It's also in that game, you see, I think she had like up around 20 passes. Like, it just shows up over 130 run meters. Like, she's running, she's setting up tries, one try assist, line break assist, a line break herself, 3 tries. Like, she's just really leading that Broncos team.
20 passes within those conditions as well. It's crazy. She doesn't limit her talent or her strengths when it comes to whatever conditions she's playing in. I think she just has that.
Her core skills are so good on top of natural talent, and it's very rare that you get like both as well as a vision on top of it. Normally you get someone that's that naturally talented, and it probably comes back to her touch football days, but like someone that's naturally that, has that footwork and that speed, doesn't necessarily need the ball
and she really
things where she's got both. And it's just so good to watch, so pretty to watch.
Yeah, she really overplays her hand as well. Like, because she's so skillful, you don't see her trying too much as well.
Yeah.
She slotted back in to the Broncos team, and she's just lifted everyone, and I think she brings out the best. She's got guys, and
she is 100%. They were missing. I feel like last year just felt like they're just missing like one more real run threat X factor. And we spoke of this, not that Skinny was, had her best year last year, but they were missing just like a bit of Tamika, Upton, flair, and I feel like that
it makes very calm presence.
Yes, contenders.
A very calm presence. So when things are not going well, she's very patient and she allows the game to play it is, and she lets the board does the work, and I think that's what the team needs. So when you get a bit like frantic out there on the field, she knows how to
bring it back.
Yeah, bring it back.
Yeah. Well, you're seeing
that's important.
Origin and now club, she is being given the captaincy, or obviously was at Knights as well, but like she's, to be the captain of Queensland, obviously with Ali, and then to go back and be captain at the Bronx as well. It's, you can just see she's already a leader in her own right, but I feel like now years having the C next to her name is just seeing her come on leaps and bounds.
Yeah. I love the look of Broncos as well.
Yeah.
Just as a team.
Yeah.
I think they're really well connected, and I think they're just hunting for something like that.
Roosters.
Yeah, I think so too. And
Need someone. Yeah. You're going for the right. Well, do it then. Warriors Cows. Now, it was a grinding game, but pretty low completion. Like, there was a fair amount of errors. Not that was a unique theme, obviously, with the weekend and the weather, but there was a very good short stinted debutante.
yes, it was.
You got a frontie in there. Loves a frontie. Love to give a frontie your flowers.
Yeah, Vana.
Yeah.
She wore the jersey number 20. I think her involvement in the game was impressive. I think she played, 23 minutes?
So all in play. I don't know all in play, but that would be like dead set 15 minutes probably.
I actually looked like she played the full game. If you watch the highlights, it's just her and Patricia Maliapur.
Yeah.
But I think when you said that they had a trending thing where their debutantes always score.
Seriously?
So that was pretty cool. But she created and forced an error.
Yeah.
She got a penalty.
Yeah.
Which led to a penalty kick.
Yeah.
Or goal.
Yeah.
She got a try. Literally, if you watch the Warriors first Cowboys highlights, it's her.
It's actually just her highlight debut reel.
But congratulations to her on a great debut. And I just think that I love their culture within the Warriors. I love watching the Warriors.
I backed the Cows, but I love the Warriors, to get me wrong, on a tipping sheet. I love to see that as well. I thought she was really good.
Yeah.
Patricia as well. Geez, I like watching her play.
So do I. It's a fresh half. She can kick too.
She's just like, at the moment, is, I think, I don't know exactly her stats up against everyone else's, but like, she's one of my favorite halves to watch because she's a genuine ball runner. Like, she's not just running for the sake of running, or, running because a play hasn't went right or someone's missed their assignment. She's actually running to beat players and running to score.
Yeah.
Like, she's just running because she's like, yeah, okay, I reckon I can, I got you. Like, it's so cool to watch. And then naturally that just, creates space on the edges and she goes for it. Like, to have, I haven't seen a rugby convert come into the game, and like, obviously Charlotte and Varney, I think, were outstanding their first years, as in like coming in, but to go into as a half, that's like a lot to ask of a rugby convert.
I love her passion. If you can see the passion, she just loves her teammates. Yeah,
she's got the NO.
She loves her teammates, and if anyone does wrong to her or her teammate, she makes it known that I'm not friends with you. But I love that. I love the passion that she shows. But talking about her running game, she does the same with her passing game as well.
Yeah.
And she tries things. Her and her second row's got a really cool combination. But then her with Emanita as well at the centre, and then Emanita to her winger. Yeah. They've just got such a great left edge.
Yeah.
And it's just,
I'm not a fan of the like eyes up footy, but like that's actually what she does. Like, I think everyone should be playing eyes up footy, but she genuinely is watching and reacting to defenders, and I feel like the better her team gets, she's just going to keep excelling as well. Her kicking game, like both converting and in play, the 40-30, I think.
And kicking it out.
It's so good.
So helpful.
It's so good to watch. Really excited to continue to watch. Cows a bit underwhelming.
I think obviously I always bring the weather into it.
Yeah.
Obviously dry grass would, I think they would
free up their backs.
More, but coming back to the Warriors, I think they just capitalised on their opportunities that they got given, because it was an even game. It was a 12-6 12-6 result, obviously in favour of the Warriors. But I just think that Warriors capitalised on the opportunities they got given. Yeah. And Patricia Maliapur actually got a 40-30 as well. Yeah. Which resulted in a try after that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, fair. Knights Raiders. Now, this one was 18-all. This was a game that I was excited to watch. Obviously, last week, Raiders coach Bortho
came out and just, I wouldn't say gave his team a spray. I think it was a needed honest review of how his team was going, and Mimes was there as well, and they just basically put accountability to everyone. Bortho took someone for himself, but also, called upon his playing group to meet their captain in Mima and raise a level of effort because during the week prep seemed good, but it just wasn't converting. He came out in this presser after the game, so it went 0-0 for the first half, and then in the second half, Knights, Jesse Southwell sort of put on a bit of a show, but he still came out and said he was very proud of their effort and that he was very happy with the group. Z was obviously back in this week. She actually said it felt easy, referring to the defence. It felt easy as they were connected, but they need to bring it for 70, not 35. So I don't think the goal would have been, we need to win this week, just from how poorly they have been going, but it was definitely an improvement, and I'm so happy for them. You could see, obviously Z is so competitive. She wants to be a winner all the time, but you could see she was happy with the progression.
I feel like, they have a few competitive players in their team, but as a team sport at the end of the day, and whatever the numbers are, 30 players, even if it's 1 to 17, the rest need to be pushing them to be better as well.
I do think you're only strong as your weakest link.
And so just on that, I think obviously they've had a really rough start. But progress is better than no progress. And I think having that conversation and that review for the team could only get better from here on out. Like you said, I don't think the goal was to win. The win would have been nice to get to turn things around. But you know what it's like at a club when you're losing. It's very hard, mentally tough. You've got, again, females aren't full-time athletes, so they do have things going on outside. But in saying that, every team goes through that. But it is very hard to turn it around from an environment where everyone's not backing you, everyone has doubts, everyone's taking you lightly, and then just trying to shut up that head noise and then focus on the culture that you guys have at the club and to try and perform and to be the best that you can. It is tough. And for anyone that says that it isn't, wait till you're there. Wait till you're there.
Why are you lying?
It's not a nice feeling. We've all been there, and especially when you turn up week in, week out, they train in the cold.
That was actually regular weather for them. They're like, we're
just not icy.
No. Is this it?
So I guess
positive signs for them.
Yeah, positive signs for them.
Jesse Southwell, 21 from 21 this season, off the boot conversions.
Unheard of. She's got the record and continues to up her own record every week. Also having a hand in 2 of their 3 tries in that second half. I thought she came into her own and just stepped up. I think she's been playing consistently every game. She's playing consistently. She was a little quiet in the first half, but just came out the second half and went, nah, what am I? Again, a young talent. I think she's got a great skip that leads the group as well, so it gives her the confidence to do what she does. I'm sure at halftime they would have had a talk saying that they need to step up and do their things. But again, I asked you, was it at the back of forwards doing their job or
it was
momentum?
Just like off the back of her. Like she skips, one's just skipping across the ruck. She puts Davidson through on a short ball, and the other one as well, same thing. It's like short ball to Shanice Parker. Like it's just her pass selection and, the tempo that she also plays with just creates space for those around her. So
another freaky Mickey.
Yeah, she's going very well. Going well without her freaky Mickey. That's what we also touch point on, like losing Meeks. Obviously no half wants to ever lose Meeks out the back, but it probably has allowed her to or I guess forced her to stand up and really take more control of the team.
Well, I think she's really taken on the challenge as the main half of the team. She's still young, but I think just having that origin experience as well and then
100%.
Getting all of that aspect under John Strange, she's able to take it back to the Knights. And then I think even her persona has changed too, a lot calmer and a lot more, I think, precise with her strengths when it comes to attacking.
Yeah, I feel like that is actually a really good summary. Sometimes it was like she was just pulling the trigger too much. Like,
because she knows she's got confidence to play, but she's a bit more like, precise with what she's choosing to do now. A lot calmer with her actions and making sure she's just not playing the ball because she knows she can do a wide pass. So I think she's really moulding and to the Knights well with the people around her.
Yeah.
And I think the players around her are respecting her as a half and someone to drive the bus. So,
For sure, 100%. Dragons, Eels. Now, talking point here was Dragons had a huge hit with injury as well. They lost Berry to that knee dangerous contact last week on Kerry Johnson, and then they had already lost Indy Bostock. So Tyra Ekepati, I watched Tyra at the under-19 State of Origin when we went up, and she played centre. She reminds me of like a young Tiana Penatani Gray. Like that's how she moves. She's got a really good build for a young girl. You can tell just as she starts to fill out and continue to build muscle, she's going to be really freaky. She obviously has a good connection with Bostock and the girls, in the area. So you could see that she scores a try on debut and they were all just ecstatic for her. But she was named at fullback, but she actually she started on the wing and then she ended up into the centres with, injuries and whatnot that had occurred. But Margot Vella actually went to fullback. She was really, really good. Like she's safe for them, normally plays on the wing, but she ran up over 200 metres, got a try, just like pure speed and effort just before half time. But she was outstanding. She reminded me of like a Jamie Frezard. Like it's really cool to see. Obviously, no one wants to see injuries, but with the competition expanding and, with these injuries and the longer season, we do get to see players like these step up and, get opportunities that they may not have got this season or not in other seasons because of, I guess the format of our game and injuries and all that kind of thing that pop up. So yeah, I thought that was cool to watch. Well, Margot's been in the NRLW for a while now, but Tyra's, she played in the under-19, so she's 18, 19 years old. Obviously at the Roosters, coming through. I've seen her named in the extended bench throughout the year. But yeah, obviously Dragons have just went, no, she can do a job for us. Can we have her back? Roosters are, obviously happy to release her, which goes to show as well, props to the Roosters, releasing one of their young stars coming through. To give her an opportunity and to see her debut. So I'm sure they would have been really stoked for her as well, which is really cool for the club to do. I'm sure they'll just filter the next freaky one in. But I thought that was really cool to see. Some returns from injury as well. Another big return in this game.
Yes, Kennedy. I know that she was keen to really come back in. We know what she can bring. She brings a lot of energy. The work that she's going to provide. She's been talking about it for such a long time. I love how present she is with the Eels. I think that's one of all of her jerseys are favourite. But she's diehard Eels. Yeah. And I knew that she couldn't wait to get back out there and do her jobs, on attack, defence. She's busy. She's everywhere.
She was huge. Literally didn't miss a beat. How long has she had now off? Since Origin?
I think
she has not missed a beat. Runs up over 100 metres. Second highest tackles made in her
it was
team.
like she never got injured.
I really liked her and Ruben together.
Yeah, Ruben's really stepped up in number 9. I think last year she was in and out a lot and then she got injured. Yeah. She didn't really solidify her position as 9. We had, what's her name, that plays 9 usually?
Tamika Todd Hunter's in there as well.
Yeah, Todd Hunter. She was there 9 last year. But I think just the goals that they have as sisters, they really come out and not even prove to everyone else, but prove that they can be there and that is their position. I love Ruben. Her running game has been exceptional.
She was good. She was very, very good. And we made comment on when she moved to Lock. Did she move to Lock last week, possibly, or the week before? My weeks are mashed now. But when the last time she moved to Lock, maybe just looking to pass before run, she just wasn't as effective. But this game, when she moved to Lock, she was outstanding. Obviously, maybe the weather had a play to it and her just tucking the ball and running. But her runs, even at hooker actually, soon as she saw the opportunity arise, whether it be one marker down or, just lazy around the ruck, she took off, would make her team, 10, 12 metres every time or bring her forwards onto the ball.
Yeah, she's got speed and she's got a really good build as well for a 9. 100%. Most 9s are very a lot more smaller.
Yeah.
So I like that she can put her running game in and get her forward. It's another forward added in, pretty much.
Well, she's bigger than Freaking
Yeah.
Kennedy.
Yeah. But Kennedy's got like a heart of a damn lion.
She's got that dog.
Yeah, she's got that dog. Unfortunately, the last 10 minutes of the game, Ken gets a concussion. It was her first concussion, and she even mentioned how scary it was. It was.
I seen her post that.
I did see her post that, like, it was really upsetting to see the replay.
Yeah.
Be more than like 2 to 3 times. She understood that it needed to be replayed to bring caution to, like, you know, the fans that are watching and people understanding how dangerous a head concussion is. But she did say, like, it got played way more than expected, and it was really upsetting for her. I'm
sure her family would have been at home dying seeing that just continuously played. Like, that's hard to watch.
But probably out of all the concussions, that was the worst that I've seen. And Magic Round was just filled with a lot of them.
They were. So, speedy recovery.
Yeah, speedy recovery. She's got 1 week off and she'll be back round 7.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's only a 11 stand-up period, which means she'll miss this week. That'll be 7, and then she gets a return back to maybe training on the Thursday, depending they play next weekend.
Yeah.
I'm sure she won't be sitting out 1 more.
Yeah.
Or 2 rounds. I reckon she'll do the 1 round.
Well, hopefully, I mean, she, like, as long as she heals according to... return to contact.
It is important, and I think even her experiencing it for the first time, she did.
And a bad one, because obviously, like she's saying, you know, yesterday's still fuzzy. Like, it wasn't just like you got a concussion, like you got knocked out.
Yeah. I even, like, sent a message saying, like, you know, just take your time and speedy recovery. Very proud of her. It's very hard. I don't know, just some people, when they go through injuries, it really knocks you back.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it just goes to show the way that she got concussed as well, like just flying in on a kick chase, like that's a effort. Just shows to show the effort hasn't gone anywhere,
All
and
gas,
neither
no
is the
breaks.
aggression, 100%. Turning point of the match would have been Elsie Albert.
Yeah.
She, and you know, playing against her, like, generally takes 5 meters to stop. Like, very rarely does she, you know, get picked up and put on her ass. She's such a strong runner of the ball, and you just see... Kennedy actually, it's off Kennedy, and I guess that's the difference that she brings to that Eels team, is she is a bit more of a ball player.
Yeah.
So she just lines up Elsie on Ray.
Like 20 metres out?
Elsie probably like 10 to 12 metres out. Elsie on Ray, and what can you do? Ray obviously tries to wrap the ball. By the time she gets her, she's inside the 10, and
that was a head knock as
well, that's why I think it was the turning point of the match, because not only was it a try, and that brought the Eels to 8, and the Dragons were still in front and 10 points at that stage. They didn't actually convert that try, but Ray McGregor goes off for a HIA. So already leading into it, my throat.
Yeah, no, I'm having like low-key heartburn.
I'm done.
I was like, but yeah.
Already leading into it, you're missing Casey Ray, Tegan Berry. They're already doing a bit of a shuffle around at that time too, because Zali Hopkins was actually Nita Maynard's sub. So at a point in the game, they made a spine rotation, missing Indy Bostock. Like, you're missing so many key players in there, and then you miss Ray, which arguably you've lost majority of your point scorers, and you're trying to... You know, Eels have a bit of momentum. You're trying not to just hold out, but trying to score points. It's really hard to close it out. And then you see, you know, Eels
and
just
I love
win
both
it.
Teams.
I like both teams.
I love the Dragons. They're fit and fast.
Yeah.
They're young and talented. They're coming through. They've got experience with Hannah Southwell there, Anita, Perrin. They just, But I do know that having Ray and then having Casey Ray out already, they've got their main halves out.
It's so hard.
So it does change the fact that, like, you're taking away the kicking game and the passing game, and then you just kind of just
hanging in there, just hoping that you don't get scored on. Yeah. I feel like when Ray went down, even though it was still a good contest, I was just waiting for the Eels to win. I just thought, it's just, a bit hard of a job to do without her. I think if she stays on, they probably close it out. But...
Yeah, well, they've got a bit more experience, I think, when it comes to Eels, having Rachel Pearce in there, Elsie Albert.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Round 6 means that Dally M goes quiet now. So we've got the Dally M leaderboard at the moment, and my tip for Dally M is Izzy Kelly is outright on 23. I think she scored well, like 5 points as well in her game on the weekend, obviously.
She's scoring every game.
Crazy. Jessie Southwell comes in at 17 points. Again, has been solid and key in her team's wins. Robbo's at 16 points. At 15 points, Jakaya Whitfield. 13 points, Rachel Pearson. 11, you've got Preston, Freaky, and Yaz Clydesdale. And then it goes down Emma Verran, Kezzy Apps, G Hale, Uppy, Turnbull, Jess Surges. One I'm surprised about in that, I agree, Izzy Kelly again. I think I think it was round 2, said, like, I think Izzy, I just don't see anyone getting close to her because the way that she's playing, like, she's just getting better and better every year. And the way that the Roosters are obviously going to go through so successful this season, you know, through to finals, I don't see how she doesn't get it. Like, when you're the best player in the top 2 players in your team every week and your team is beating everyone by such big margins. But the one that I'm surprised about is Tamika, because I feel like Tamika is the same in her team, as in, like, obviously Robbo is up there on 16 points, which I agree with. She's obviously been outstanding, you know, averaging like 200 metres or whatever. But Meeks to be on 11 points, like not even half of where Izzy is, and she is like that person for her team. I think she pulled 6 points like in this game just gone. So that means leading into this round, she only had 5 points.
Yeah.
In the first 5 rounds.
Yeah, her involvement in every game has been crazy, and I think she's been the moment changer in every game to flip them from being frantic and then actually getting them to find momentum again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm actually shocked that Liv Koenig's not up there. Obviously, Izzy would be taking the points.
Yeah.
But I do see the moments.
And then Jess is the next Roosters player on 7 points.
Yeah.
Which Jess has been
can't
good
take
too.
it away from Izzy. I think their team, her selflessness in the team, she doesn't go looking for the ball. The ball comes to her and she just does her job. And that says a lot. She doesn't have to go out of her way to be a standout. She's naturally a standout and just the player that she is. But yeah, I would say that I'm shocked that Koenig's not on the board, only because her moments, again, she doesn't have to do too much, but when she does, it is actually a moment in the game.
Well, maybe it's like, because I think, she's been outstanding this year as well, but I guess we both play in the forwards as well. It's like you can see the effect that she has on the game and like how much 100%. You, as, you know, a front row would love to play with someone like her. But I feel like maybe having, you know, Otessa and Rima have also been playing really, really well, and she has them to rely on. Like, she doesn't have to
do too much.
Well, because I mean, she does still do heaps, but she doesn't have to necessarily top run meters and all that kind of stuff because she's got, you know, they're really working so smoothly as a unit. The whole Roosters pack, Carlisle, everyone that
it's crazy. Yeah,
that becomes a part of it. So it's maybe they just take points away from each other there. Obviously, Izzy's been taking all of their points.
Which is credit to her, honestly. She deserves them.
That's nearly averaging 5 points a game.
Yeah. Well, she's
the best
averaging nearly 300 metres a game. So I don't get why she should. And it's the back of, like, again, just being selfless. Like, the ball comes to her.
It's all carries. It's actually like yardage carries. Like, when you look at, like, people say that they've controlled Izzy, it's like if she doesn't score a try. But then you look at her stats and you're like, but she still ran over, you know,
if you've controlled Izzy, it's 100, under 100 metres.
200.
No, under 100. That's how you know you've controlled it. I know.
No one has done that. I can't even know when the last time that happened was.
But they've got so much of a skillful team that they have to defend everyone. So you can't really, like, focus on the one player. But I do like Jessie Southwell.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Well, it's her and Rachel that are really fighting for and then obviously Taylor underneath her, the 3 halves in the mix at the moment.
And Robbo.
I mean, they're all 7s.
Oh, yes. You're talking about halves, yeah.
So Izzy's obviously, as it stands, you've got Izzy at centre, I guess the Dally M team. Should we do a little graphic of what the Dally M team is right now?
Yeah.
I can do that up.
Yeah.
But you can see, I think the most impressive out of that list is on 7 points, and the only winger in the mix at the moment is Caitlin Turnbull.
Yeah.
Rookie.
And
Currently going for rookie of the year, winger of the year, and also doing that from a possible wooden spoon team. That's actually crazy.
I think she's been outstanding.
Oh,
from
outstanding.
the get-go.
Tasman loves her. Tasman loved her from the Broncos
from
game.
the first game. After the first game, I was like, holy crap, who's this chick?
Yeah.
I love her. Man, the only person... No, sorry, I can't say that, the only person. But I love how she takes on the line, on the wing. Or she's starting to kick it now.
Yeah.
I love
She backs herself, which is what you want from a winger. Like, don't step in. Like, go do something. Just try to score.
But she's not one that's just trying... Like, she's not kicking because she can't. She's kicking because she can do it.
Yeah.
And you don't see that much from wingers at all.
Yeah, no, I like it. She's so fast too, so speedy, and obviously backs herself to get the job done. So, how do you think? How do you think Dally M ends up?
I reckon Tamika will go up. I reckon Robbo will go up as well. It'll be out of them two for the Broncos, but I do think Izzy will take it out.
Yeah.
I just don't see her backing off any. Like, I've never seen her get injured.
Touch wood, but unless she gets, I don't see anyone catching her unless she gets injured. And she's only 5 points in front, but like you said, she's not pulling the handbrake on anytime soon.
How crazy is it that she gets better and better every season? Like
Scary.
That's really scary.
Yeah, and then her mate on the other side of the field is like, they've got it all Australian centres.
And it's a back Dally M list by the look of it.
It is, yeah. No one's in. Yaz is holding it down, and Kezi. The two and G Hale are all holding it down for the forwards.
Yeah.
But absolutely no fronties. Rude. No, it'd be exciting to see. Who do you think's going to be up there for in front row for the year? Who would you say?
I don't know. I've been trying to watch that one. I have been impressed with Jess. I think she's...
I was going to say Jess. Yeah, I think she'll be close.
I think she's stepped up a lot. And just talking to some of the girls outside, they're just saying, like, Jess has really put her hand up to say that she wants to lead the team. And honestly, she's done amazing. She's always done the same work great. She's known for that. But she's actually put pressure on a lot of defence and a lot of teams with that. And
her
then having
post-contact has been so good.
Yeah, and having Sienna and G in the middle with her like they can add on to the momentum that she brings. Because normally it was a 1-2 punch between us two.
Yeah.
But now she's starting that 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
Or she's doing 1-2
herself. 1-3.
Yeah, 1-3. Yeah, 1-3. And then just just her defense as well. I do like Caitlin Johnson.
I come back?
No.
What?
Ellie Johnson, sorry. Ellie Johnson.
You're backing her to get in the Dally M halfway through.
I can't wait till she comes
really
back.
Like
Ellie Johnson, I do like Ellie Johnson. I think Elsie can show a bit more. I think she has her moments in certain games. At first, Teka.
Yeah.
Teka was very strong, but due to suspension,
she's not going to.
Yeah, points get taken off you.
She's out.
I don't know. There's a few. Sulla works hard. It's very hard though. In her shoes.
In the Titans.
Yeah.
I meant Tigers.
Yeah. But I have been watching the forwards. I love watching the forwards.
I know you do.
But I do back Jess for one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I love Tessa, actually. I think
Rima.
she's... Oh, Rima as well. Oh, yeah.
I thought Doozy's having a really good season.
Doozy, yeah. Oh, my gosh, yes.
They're obviously all... We haven't got the full list here, but they're obviously really close down at the bottom. They're all
I
3 points.
love Dooz. I think she's bringing in, like... I don't know, just that old Doozy back that we used to see, that person that used to like hit in defence and then offload and ball play. I think she's been picking her moments really well.
Yeah, I think she's as fit as she's been. It definitely looks that way, and I loved to see. I thought she'd have a great year coming off Origin. I thought she was in her best form actually last year, but I don't think she got the flowers she deserved last year. So I'm glad that she's getting it a year late, but I'm glad that she's getting the game time, getting the obviously Origin, like moments that she should have got.
I think for Wana, I think when you're a really great player, and then people keep seeing the same thing all the time, they think it's like
They want
you're
something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's what Doozy has been dealing with for a while now. But yeah, I'd love to give Doozy her flowers because I love seeing that. Doozy's always been like the person that I looked up to before I came into rugby league. And then obviously when I debuted at the Broncos, she took me under her wing and I couldn't believe how like selfless and
she's
like
so cool.
a leadership that she's was so to cool. me. Yeah. But she took me under her wing and it was awesome. But I just love it because every time I'm like, oh, dude, you do so well. She's like, gosh, Anne, stop. And I was like, no, actually,
thanks, bro.
I actually mean it. But yeah, actually, it's a good run.
Yeah.
It's open for everyone, actually.
Yeah.
I think that forwards are actually doing their, like, really good.
Yeah, they are. What about lock?
Lock is a hard one. It always... Like, Mimes is obviously...
I don't think Mimes is getting it because
I know, but I need to mention Mimes
Yeah.
because it's one of those ones where she
Workhorse.
works so hard, but it's kind of to the point where, like, it's not going to show for anything.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a bit harsh. But,
No, yeah, but the way that the Raiders is going, you just can't,
Who's been a consistent 13, though?
Well, it's obviously Liv would be the
top.
Bree Chester has got through a mountain of work.
Yeah, it's Liv.
Every single week.
I would say it's Liv because I think...
is it the only thing that I feel like the reason it might not be Liv is because if her, like, Izzy and Jess are constantly taking points, whereas, like, you look at
for a positional
teams,
one, she will get 13 for Dally M.
It's still off the Dally M points, though.
Oh, is it? How?
So, like, they just look at the whole points.
Oh, I thought it wasn't by points. I don't actually know how you get the positional one for Dally M.
Or I thought it was just, like, whoever pulls highest.
No, I think,
like, as in they vote for Dally M all year round.
I was in a wooden spoon one and got Dally M's and not points, I think.
Yeah, well, that's the Caitlin Turnbull. Caitlin Turnbull's obviously in Dally M contention.
Yeah. I know for like the prop one, but
like there wouldn't have been anyone ahead of you in Dally M points for prop last year. Still, there's a reason that because you were running over 180 metres.
Yeah. But I do think I haven't seen a consistent 13. I think the 13s have been changed in every single team.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Bree Chester's probably one that I think because she hasn't been changed, she's played every single week. Spready could have been another one, but again, I think there's other players. There's other players in Broncos that like Robbo and Tamika that take away from Spready. So maybe Bree Chester could be a Smokey for that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, she's been consistently one of the, Jakai's obviously done really well at Cows, but I feel like Bree Chester's been a consistent
and she's an underdog too. I think she doesn't get the flowers she deserves as well. Oh, yeah. But I'm going with Liv, sorry.
No, 100%, yeah. I'm just thinking something possible. Black Horse. But yeah, I think Liv's obviously up there. Moment of the week. What is your moment of this week at Magic Round? Your magic moment.
Taylor Preston. It would be the 40-20, 40-10.
Yeah. Times 2.
Yeah, times 2. Yeah. But I like that. I like how she took control for her team.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a team effort, it's a team sport, but I think without her, it wouldn't be those changes, or I don't think the game would have been tied up.
Yeah.
To be honest. But, yeah, I think she deserves her flowers for that one. And what was saying that, I don't know if it was a coach or a trainer, was saying that, like, she kicks
Brayden.
the men.
Like, she kicks better than the men.
Yeah, and that's cool.
And
that's
he also put it on it, like, not only her kick, but, like, her kick chase. Like, the way that you'll see her kick, and then she'll be, one of the first people to the ball as well.
Yeah.
Like, great signs when you can kick like that, but then also lead the next part of effort.
But I think that's the first time I've seen how important a kicker was. Obviously, I'm a forward.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but, like, I do know when someone can get you out of trouble by a kick.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
You get up the field really quickly.
Yeah.
So, and that point, like just watching from a different lens and not playing, I can see so much more footy now and how it was when I was playing because I had no idea. I was just like, man, I just need to run. I just need to tackle. But, yeah, I was like, wow, you're actually taking a lot of pressure off your teammates.
I remember when she played for the West Tigers in Harvey Norman when they won it, and I first seen her kicking game. She played fullback, but like I think in later on in that year. But yeah, her kicking game was outstanding. Then I was like, wow, this girl can really kick. And then obviously made her way through the Sharks and got into a grand final last year. It makes sense. But no, that was unreal to see.
But you know how some people like, she's a great kicker, and then they come to the game and they can't handle the pressure.
Yeah.
It's really nice to see that someone can actually back it up and be consistent with it.
Yeah.
Because it's hard.
100%. Don't get my highlights.
Some people can't kick it out.
Well, I kicked it sideways. Bitch.
I kick it with my shin.
That's correct. I actually drop kick, but just knock on.
Full Sarah.
My moment it's probably a game, I think. I've got two, but my first one was like a game, I think the Dragons and the Eels game. And it's a bit of a young guns moment. So Tyra Ekepati, I think that was really cool to be able to see her, get just a week of, signing, getting named and debuting on such short notice. I think that's really cool considering, she's just playing under 19s at the start of the year and, state of origin, and she's obviously had a really good year. So that was cool to be able to see, and a try-on debut as well. That was really cool. And on the other side of the field, then you see Fleur Ginn, which she's a Queenslander, 19. She was actually the fullback in that state of origin matchup against Tyra. She actually scored on Tyra for the match-winning try for the Eels. So she's also a Queensland young gun that's gone down there. East Tigers, Brisbane Tigers rep. Played in the 19s comp and won the 19s comp with them. And, I thought that was just really cool and a really good game. Really great battle. Both teams facing adversity, and to see the two young guns get tries and, obviously Fleur helping her team come away with the chockies was really cool to see. But my other moment of the week was a social moment. Mahalia Murphy's mum giving her a pre-game rev up.
We need the video, sis.
We'll clip up the video. But it was hilarious. Like, she's sitting in her car, just like, it's giving growing up black. Like, just, you better smash him. Like, show him what Mahalia Murphy, she's back. Like, it was hilarious. I was giggling. So, I love to see it. I said, can we make it a series?
Yeah.
Shout out Mahalia.
100%.
We need a
I think she does, though.
Oh,
she's always going to be like that.
Perfect.
I love that for Mahalia because she's been out, and for her to come back and then have her mum there, always in her corner.
She's going smash him like you used to.
Yeah.
Like, it was so funny. I was just
the hype girl that you're her.
100%. But that was my moment of the week. Halfway through the comp now, as it stands, the leaderboard, the ladder it's pretty tight, and I think it is going to come back on for and against. So we got Roosters out and out in first place, 10 points. Broncos and Knights are tied on 8 points, but obviously Broncos for and against is actually the best in the comp. Then we've got Cowboys, Eels, Bulldogs. So that's your top 6. Roosters, Bronx, Knights, Cowboys, Eels, Bulldogs. In saying that, Titans are also drawing with Bulldogs. After that makes it a tie on 6 and 7. Then you've got Sharks, Dragons, Warriors on 4. West Tigers and Raiders are going to be fighting it out for the wooden spoon when they play. So how do you think, who do you think misses out? That doesn't look too different from what I had originally thought. I think the only switch around for me would be Bulldogs to fall out and Sharks to go in. Mind you, Sharks' casualty ward is extensive, one of the largest in the game at the moment. So I'm not sure, along with the Titans as well. So I'm not sure if they get there, but that was my originally tipped team. However, I do like the Bulldogs there as well. I think Eels, Cowboys, Knights, Broncos, Roosters will all stay there. That's my tip. But I think it's just between that 6th spot. I'd love to see Dragons. I'd love to see Warriors get there. Yeah,
I love the Dragons and the Warriors. It's hard, but again, it's about the depth and the injuries that play a part. I would swap the Titans in. I don't know how the Cowboys are going to pull up. Obviously, they still have the same kind of lineup. Yeah. Not too much changes.
No, they don't have many
But
injuries.
Again, it's like, are they going to grow, or are they going to stay at a spot where like other teams overlap them?
Yeah.
it's unpredictable on like the Dragons because they got a young team. As you can tell from the Magic Round, the injuries do play a part, but also the Sharks as well. I would love to see the Sharks in there. I do believe the Sharks can be in the top 6.
Well, they go from grand final to 8th place. This definitely isn't where they think they would be.
And I think
halfway through the season.
So Rhiannon Byers, I think she's out for the season, is she?
With the
pec? Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. She was doing really well.
Yeah, she was. I like her.
She was breaking the line consistently. I think they had a really good run through the Sharks, but they've got a lot injured.
Yeah. No, I think, I would be happy with that, or, I do. I would think
4, 5, 6 is going to be close. 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, you see, 4 to 7, there's 1 point between them, and you've got 2 on 6, 2 on 5. So that draw with the Titans Dogs is going to, like, where they are on the ladder, it's going to really prove to be possibly what makes or breaks, because there's only 6 points as well between their difference.
Yeah, and then Warriors winning against Cowboys on the weekend.
28.
Shifted the results as well to make it really tight.
Anyone's game, really, from here on out.
From here on out.
For sure. I mean, West Tigers Raiders. Oh, that's
they would have to win the rest.
No, they're
done.
They're not. Yeah, they're done. Bless.
Oh,
but
yeah,
we're building.
Yeah, 5 more games left.
Well, they can get.
Is it 5 more games or 6? 7.
6.
6.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 6, because we've done 5. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look at this week moving forward. So we've got Dragons v Sharks. Now, we're going to talk about the squad depth and squad numbers, but let's just have a look at here. So St. George, Ray will most likely be out.
Yep.
This week.
Was it category 1?
Yeah.
2? It's a stand down
Cat
period.
1 is a stand down period. Category 2 is you can play if you pass your HIA. But
okay, so maybe.
I'm not sure that she yet to be confirmed. Margot Vella seems that she'll be back. She played out the rest of the game. Trinity. Shoulder, not sure to be confirmed. Casey Ray with a head knock is meant to come back this week, but they're still without Tegan Berry, Indy Bostock, Bobby Law. It could be costly depending who we get back this week, who they get back this week. Sharks, again, we read out the Sharks list before. The only one returning this week is possibly Jada Taylor. Possibly. The rest are sort of, I guess Brooke Anderson depending and Steph Faulkner depending on how their recovery is going. So it could be again. That's a pretty fair, when I say fair, it's obviously shit, but like they've both got big chunks and they've both got key players out that they wouldn't like to have out. In
so
the context of things, Dragons, Sharks, they're sitting 8th and 9th and they're on a draw.
I think I am backing the Sharks for this one.
Yeah.
Just because they've got halves set in place and Quincy Dodd at 9. And then you've got Ali Johnson up the front.
Yep.
Who else?
I'd like to see the team list. I feel like if Brooke Anderson plays this week, which I don't know if she will because she was category 1. I mean, again, if depending what they are without Tiana, but depending what Brooke's recovery is like, I think she changes a lot tips wise, but
I know, but I like Dragons as well.
Yeah,
but
same.
I'm going to go with Sharks because Racine out is huge. Trinity was huge for them as well. If Casey Ray comes back.
Casey Ray will come back and then their skipper, Zali Hopkins, will be back in the half. So it'll be Zali and Casey together in the halves.
Oh, yeah.
And then it'll probably
That's
be
quite even.
Margot Vella will be back at fullback. I thought she did an outstanding job.
Yep.
Again, like I said, she was their coach's pick. I'm going to back the Dragons. I'm going to drag the back.
I know, but then I love how they play too. They're so...
Back the Dragons.
I love it fast and fast.
I'll
go
Hopkins.
to the Sharks. Yeah,
okay, we're going Sharks and Dragons. Sweet, one each way. I hope the Sharks do win. I'm happy to be proven wrong in that one.
Yeah.
Knights v Tigers. Now, Bucky Lasana Lutu was out with, she was ill. Harmony Crichton returning from ACL supposedly this week. Then they've got Thorne out, Tetamaki out, Christian Pio's out.
Big loss.
Done, and Claudia Nielsen's out as well. So they're all, like, they're only getting Harmony and Bucky back. And Knights are looking pretty good.
Yeah. I would have to go for the Knights, only because they're established. I think they're on a roll so far. Yeah. They're on a winning streak. Yeah. And, I think they're just on that momentum where they feel confident. And obviously when you come at the back of a win, you feel confident to go into the next round.
I said last week that no matter who the Tigers have this week, that I'm backing them.
Yeah. Well, go Tigers.
I'm putting my money where my mouth is.
Yeah.
I'm backing the Tigers this week. They came up against the Roosters.
Yeah. To be honest, they have played close games since round one. It has been close games. The score does have a show the difference, but I would say that they do play their heart out.
Yeah. Look, I don't think they're going to win against the Knights. Liv Higgins is just like the effect that she, like her being out that first round, the effect that she has had on the team. Like, I know that she's obviously in the Origin squad and in the Jillaroo squad and whatever, but like, I still think that she's so underrated. The way she brings her forwards onto the ball, the way she works over a ruck, like just her slight little, movements around the ruck to split markers and create space for her forwards.
She's a smart nine as well. She knows how to play her role.
Yeah, and then she, you see she goes untouched and scores that third try for the Knights.
She's a feisty little one too.
Yeah,
she is. She's the hardest critic on herself.
Yeah.
But she's so lovely. Like her angry is
when
so nice.
When she gets over the line, it just changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. Interesting to see. Hopefully the Tigers can get a win, but I think probably Knights are gonna get that one. Bulldogs Warriors. Bulldogs don't actually have any reported injuries. Did they have any on the weekend?
No, just concussion.
Shannon, and then she came back on.
Yeah, she came back on.
So will we see Holly and Tegan back into the team? It'll be interested to know. Maybe that's something that Brayden has a discussion with the Harvey Norman's coach and see, I guess, what their reaction was. Were they kicking stones? Were they, upbeat? And
I would look at the sub changes on like their forward pack, how they were going, during that time, because I feel like that says a lot. What was your changes like when they were playing, and then what was the changes like in the Magic round?
Well, I don't think from what I understand, I don't think that the sacking was anything to do with performance.
Oh, okay.
I think it was to do with cultural.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, like at the end of the day, it was a tie. Would you need to change it? Not sure.
Like, do you reward the girls? I guess it's that thing. Do you reward the girls that stood up in tough conditions, or do you say, okay, yep,
because it's hard to tell.
You've learnt your lesson.
How good you've done in those conditions,
bruh,
as a team.
Seriously,
and
without Alexis as well, it's huge.
I'm actually upset that Shakira Baker is out. I think she was playing phenomenal. Like, she was a standout for me. I was like, who is this chick? And I'd love to see her play. She was good on defense. She was good on attack.
Yeah,
I really loved watching her play.
This is a doggies home game, so Warriors will travel again. This is where I feel like back-to-back travel weeks. I feel like this is where maybe Warriors start to feel the pressure of the travel.
It's I was saying that with like a few teams like Dragons, Bulldogs, Warriors, Cows, they're in a position where they have a nice groove within their team in moments, but can they last the whole season? Yeah. And I'm not sure, but I am going to back the Warriors for this one. I love the Warriors.
I know, me too.
I love the Warriors, but only because, I don't know, they're unpredictable, but they can play. Yeah. They're great footy players. I think the only thing that lets them down is their line speed.
Yeah.
And so they hold off really well in the first 25 minutes, and then
just experience in the middle.
Yeah. I just still think that they need to
clocking K's over.
Defend the same way that they attack.
Yeah.
They're elusive when they're attacking, and I love Uppy out the back as well.
Yeah, 100%. I think if Bulldogs get Wheeler and Dimmick back, I think they'll have a big point to prove. and I think they'll want to, have a hand in it. So I think if they're in, I'm backing the Dogs. But
no, you have to say it now.
if they're, I like to say team. I like to see team list. Can we release team list earlier? If they're in, I think the Dogs. But otherwise, I'm gonna back.
Just say it.
I'm going to back the Dogs because I hate backing against the Warriors.
Yeah.
But then to start with, I was like betting. I'm not betting. It's NRL code. I'm not betting.
Gamble
but
responsibly.
I was back. No, we're not allowed to gamble at all. I was backing. I was backing the Warriors and like I backed the Raiders. You know, just because I wanted them to win, and then I'm like, okay, just start.
I think the Warriors low-key have proved a lot of people wrong. They didn't have the experience of a lot of rugby league players that were in the team. They're ones coming from like rugby union players that have
debuts.
A lot of NRLW debuts. Everyone had doubts. Roosters gave them a really great shot in their first round, but you could see in the first half how long they held out. But again, going back to can this team last the season?
Yeah. You start to see things like fatigue, you know, like you're halfway through a tough season.
You're always fresh at the start. And this goes for a lot of individuals. It is hard to maintain your body
mentally
week in, week out. Yeah. And mentally. And then juggling family and jobs and kids on the outside.
And to not just be there, but to excel.
Yeah.
Like not just make up another number. Like,
but I reckon they've got a really great culture going on there.
I love it. I love to see them win. Titans versus Roosters. Titans, again, have one of the most extensive injury clinics / pregnancy clinics. Jorko out for this year. Ewan Varney out for this year. Esther returning, not sure. Niall is actually free and available for selection, but depends when they want to do that. And then it's Destiny, Minnow Sinapati, Brito, and Lil Patson, my mate, unfortunately, is just season-ending fracture and Cindy.
Oh, she did really well coming in. Obviously, she came in. Her debut was very harsh, but that was a last-minute call-up.
Yeah.
But ever since that game, she has took her opportunity. I love how gutsy she is. She's also another one
tough
that can run down the line, which I love. Credit to Lily Patson, and I hope she has a nice recovery.
I know. Well, to start the year, because she actually broke her hand in our grand final last year, like our A-grade grand final.
Yeah. But it's not the end for her.
No, but it's just like, it's just one of those years.
It's just one of, and
then she's just come back from a hammy. So her debut was actually her first game back from like grade 2C, like 12 centimetre tear in her hammy. So she's had a bit of a year, but I guess that is the story of the Titans at the moment, unfortunately. And then Roosters, we see only Tavana, Jamie Frezard. Tavana's meant to be back this round, and Frezard, I don't know, they're saying like around 7, but she's still in the, I've been watching her videos. Frez, let's get a check on it. She's still
she might just be using that for precaution.
Is that fake?
I don't know.
She's trying to throw us off.
I'm back.
Keep guessing. Then obviously Logan Fletcher, a couple rounds, and Tanisha Gray. So they're pretty set, other than really Jamie. I mean, Tavana was playing that 14 role for them. They don't.
Any of those can slot in and do their
I mean,
thing.
that's not really their starting players. Like Logan's filled in at wing, other than Jamie. Tavana, possibly coming off the bench when she comes back in. But I've got Roosters to take that. I think another game at up here. It's a Titans. Is it Titans home game?
Well, they haven't won the last 2 years.
Roosters haven't?
No.
Oh.
Knocked them out of the semis. Last year, won at
true.
home ground. It was very
The year before that.
No, last year we won at home ground, and then the year before that we won at the semis.
No, I thought you meant semis. You knocked him out of semis last year. I was like,
no, that was the year before.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I've got to say it.
Yeah, you've got
like I said earlier in the podcast, Roosters has held a really high standard, and to be honest, they're unbreakable. But if Titans want to make it into the top 6 and obviously win this premiership, and they've got to win, they've got to keep winning. Yeah, they've got to keep winning.
This is a great opportunity for them to really go after it. But obviously losing.
And we just had that history behind us already. It's a different thing, and for some reason, and it's a home game again.
Yeah, it is.
It's I don't know why, but there's this like hate-love relationship, but every time we come to the Roosters, it's like a whole different gear for the Titans.
Yeah.
And so I'll back the Titans for this one.
Yep. Nice.
And yeah.
Raiders, Broncos. Raiders don't have many out. Bronx have Spready, Tara, and Scissor.
Upset about Spready. I think she actually did so well.
She was good. She's been going
I
so
loved
good.
her in the middle. I was like, where did this chick come from? And then I heard the commentary saying that she was on the wing. And I was like, oh, that's all right. And
she played outside backs for Capras.
Yes, I do remember. I was like, oh, yeah,
For
she's
BMG.
hella fit,
She's
fast.
crazy.
But she could handle the middle.
Yeah, she was good. She was really good to see in there. I think Broncos take that in Canberra.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm back in Broncos. Yeah.
Eels and Cows. So Cows injury list at the moment is just China. She actually had her first game back.
Yeah,
she must have played.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Northern
Pride, maybe. She had her first game back.
Yeah.
So obviously looking to come back into the team anytime now. Eels have Rory out. Cassie will be interesting to see how that goes. Kennedy's going to have a head knock. Boskapua's coming back. Tyler Amiadu, I reckon we might see her possibly this week. She just returned. She was named as 19th man, I think. Riche, Faisal Malawi. Oh my God. I was about to say Faisal Malawi.
And I was like, hey.
Fahal Masili and Mia Middleton.
I'm back in the Eels. I do love how the Cows are playing. But again, it's on the team list. But I'm back in the Eels. I think they've just got this grind and grit about them. And I don't know. I've just never... you can just feel the tension from here.
Yeah, I like Eels. So I guess that's all of our previews. I guess to finish, like we just went through, the teams and what injury lists look like. It is just like standard. It's the same thing as the men's game. Like it really is a luck thing, and you do see the teams that end up, in the top 4 and specifically top 2 and generally minor premiership, like they all do sit pretty good in regards to injuries throughout the year.
Yeah.
And we're really seeing that this year, the longer the season goes on for the women's game as well. I guess everyone's talking about let's make it a double round before we extend. But I feel like by the way that this goes, we're only at week 6. Taking it to a 22-week comp, I just don't think that's good for it won't be good for the product at all. Imagine what it looks like.
What does the pre-season look like? I do like the double. It depends on the income that comes in as well. Like, let's not say it's not about finance, because it is, because that's how we can juggle our outside life. If we're getting paid for what we can do,
but when it goes to a double round, it needs to be full time.
It does. It does need to go full time.
But I think before a double round, it needs to go to 30 players.
Yeah,
like it needs to match the men's, and I think they need the ability as well to be like, you don't have to sign girls, but you know how the boys just do like week to week, like, okay, you're on a train and trial with us or whatever they do. So if they know that they're nearing it, like, come in, you're on with us, which I know they sort of do it, but like $1,000 a week, whatever. I think they do like $700 for the girls, but like
and
how
I think
the men's
girls
do
need
like
to understand that that's probably what it's going to take in the future to do that, because everyone's a bit nosy, when you come in and it's like, oh, is that girl signed? Is that girl? Is it?
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in because things are changing every single year. So the girls are trying to find like normality and structure within their lives, but they're getting thrown at like just different things, and obviously that's the same with the clubs as well. It's a train and trial for a lot of things. We talked about depth as well and the injuries that it's been causing throughout not only this season but last season as well. You can tell that having like Titans, for example, we had a lot of injuries the last 2 years, and it really impacted us as a playing group, and we had really great players. Titans is filled with representative players, and still it wasn't enough because it is mentally draining, knowing that you've got a different team each week.
Yeah.
And so what would the talks be about, like the team depth? Like, do we do a bigger squad? Again, bigger squad, same salary. It's not going to work out. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like an extra 6. What's minimum salary now? 32? 34?
I don't know.
Minimum salary, and then you times that by 6 more.
Yeah.
And then you add like the development.
Obviously it's going to go up next year, but it's going to be like the same, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, Yeah, we do need a bigger squad because we keep bringing in people
Yeah.
regardless. And
Yeah.
that's not
Which
just
it happens.
yeah.
Like that happens in the men's game, but like it literally is happening like every week right now.
But just with like the development of it, it's so hard because you don't have enough time to train and then bring someone in, and that obviously has an effect on the players as well.
Yeah.
And then the players, I love that how we can play Harvey Norman and BMD underneath.
Yeah.
I feel like the
same
Sydney
time.
comp is a lot better than the Queensland comp. But just for the Queensland team, just speaking on behalf of Titans, like the games aren't good enough compared to NRLW. Like the line speed isn't the same. The speed that the game is running at is not the same as BMD.
Yeah, it's hard to pull girls straight out of BMD and straight in when they've missed. Like, especially now if you're at round 6, like girls are conditioned now to be like, all right, we need you to come play. Even
it is better than nothing, but it isn't.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like
it would
State of Origin.
Yeah.
So the girls didn't have games. We both didn't. So we both had to like train.
Yeah.
And be at a high level, like S&C program.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Obviously, everything's a train and trial,
Yeah.
for everything. But I would love to see, I don't know, a better system. I don't know. But again, that's what comes with the game growing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Might scrap the NRLW Combine. Put that money towards the... No, I still think there should be a Nationals.
Yeah.
But
Well, I just don't know what the outcome is for the NRLW Combine.
to recruit NRLW players.
Yeah, but that's for next season. That's a long time away. And then all you got to worry about is the people in your squad first. They should have done it at the end of the year for the girls that like, you know, when you have nationals footy or whatever, just do a one-day combine.
I don't get it.
And then you can pick, and then they can start training about being a part of the academy or what is it, Deb squads. Wouldn't that make more sense?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, you know what would make more sense is not putting a 2-week bye in the middle of the year for BND.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Because the girls that can't go and play.
Well, it's like NRL can't play, we don't play. Like, what?
Yeah.
Crazy. Anywho, good chat. Thanks for coming in.
That's all right.
It was good to sit here.
I know. I need to
Big
get some.
mama, you going to struggle getting up or?
No, I need heartburn pills. I've had heartburn for the last half hour.
That's crazy.
I'm like, and I'm hungry. He's kicking me.
Oh, wow. Wow. Let's get her fed. Him. Well, her, her is in you. Her and him. Oh.
I was like,
Her? Is it a her? Is it a him? I don't know.
Announce it.
Yeah. We'll cut that out.
Yeah, cut that out.
Let's get you fed.
Yeah, I need to eat.
Okay. Well, that's it. Thanks for tuning in.
All things footy. Moments. Ciao.
Oh.